Your identity is keeping you in consumption mode, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to share a little bit about my story first with this, because for years I always wanted to be a creator. I always wanted to just like run my own thing, and I would start a blog, or I would start writing, or I would start a project, and every time I would get a little bit of traction, I guess you could say. Every time I would get a little bit of traction, I literally would stop. The reason is not because I didn't know what actions to take, it's because I didn't believe that I was a creator. I wanted to believe I was a creator. I wanted to be a creator, but mentally and internally, I told myself that I wasn't. And that is going to 10 out of 10 times stop you from actually achieving your goals. If you don't actually believe that you are that person, it's never gonna happen, because you have to be a certain person to get the goals you want. And clearly you're not that person right now, or else you would have the goals, you would have achieved them. Something that this reminds me of is just every year, we all, the whole world will be like, okay, January 1st, everything's changing this year. Like, either whatever it is, go to the gym, build that business, XYZ, whatever it is for you. And we've all been there. I literally think we have definitely all been there. We've like waited until January, basically procrastinating. And then when it comes down to time to get down to work, it's January 1st. And a couple weeks in, we're already back in this cycle of like consumption. We're not ready. This isn't the right time. Something came up, like, something like that. A life event happened, like something, but that's because your subconscious mind believes at that moment that you're not whatever the goal is, and for me it was a creator. Like, I didn't believe that I could really be a creator. I thought it's reserved for someone else, right? Like, we always think like, oh well, good for them, lucky that they get to have that experience, or that, like, oh, I guess it just wasn't meant for me type of thing. Almost like we get into this super victim mentality, when it's like we really actually just need to change our internal beliefs versus changing our actions first. If we change our actions first, we're basically just hoping that willpower will get us to our goals, and that's definitely not going to happen. Like, willpower does run out. Like, it's not just like this endless stream of, it's just gonna show up for you every day. Like, there's plenty of successful people that don't always have they don't always want to show up, but they believe and know that they are a creator of their reality, and that they are, maybe a creator. So basically, I guess I should touch on like the subconscious and the conscious mind. The conscious mind is like everything that we think of, everything we're putting on our to-do list, blah, blah, blah. Like, those are all the conscious actions we know we should make to hit our goal, whatever it is. That's why you're not taking action, is because your beliefs are not matching up with the goal. Do you know what I mean? Your actions could match up with the goal, but it doesn't really matter if your belief in yourself isn't there, because how are you going to do anything if the belief in yourself isn't there? At least on like a core level. Obviously there's a waiting phase of like, yeah, every day you don't believe, yep, I'm just a content creator. Like, you have 100 followers, or like, 5 likes on your post. Like, of course you're not going to always feel like it, but you also need to believe in yourself enough to know that you can do this. Just like anybody else who has started this journey, they started from zero. Like, it might be hard to believe, but like Gary Vee didn't have like millions of subscribers. Like, all these people, all these girls that you look up to, this like dream life that you want, they didn't just start having their dream life. They had to put in the work. They had to actually brainwash themselves to believe that they are worthy of it, that they can do it. And honestly, the one thing you really, really need to create a successful business and to become a creator, a content creator, whatever, is you rallying for yourself first. Like, you have to be interested in your interest, and interested enough in your passions to even get other people interested. Was this video easy for me to make right now? Absolutely not. Like, I'm at the beginning of my creator journey for like the 5th time, because I have stopped every time I didn't have the belief in myself that I could do it, or that I'm worth it, that I deserve it. Like, these are all things I've had to work on in my subconscious mind first before I could even get to filming this video. It's still gonna always be like not super fun and it's gonna be a little hard at the beginning, but that is part of the journey. That's what separates creators from consumers. If you see yourself as someone who procrastinates, you're going to keep procrastinating. If you've told yourself, or if people have even told you like, oh, you're such a complainer, oh, you're such a procrastinator, like, you need to send that energy back to the sender, because even if that was true in your past, you can decide right now in this exact moment, you watching the video, that you no longer procrastinate, that you actually are a creator, and that this journey is for you. It's not reserved for someone special. You are the person that is that someone special. You can just decide it, you can believe it, and it might take time. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's not like, you know, I just woke up one day and was like, you know what, I know I'm a content creator now, like it's totally in there. No, it takes daily work, it takes daily action and execution to believe it. And then, you know, it starts becoming your new normal. It starts becoming part of your day. But this absolutely has not been an easy journey for me whatsoever. It has been mentally challenging in so many ways. Like, I wish you knew. I wish you knew how much doubt, you know? And I think someone might see this and say like, well, clearly you don't have that much doubt. Clearly you're confident enough. It has taken me a long time to feel that way. And the only way that it's gonna make me feel more that way is by doing the actions to get there, like making this video. If I don't make this video and I scroll and say, oh, I'm not ready, I need to like learn from this girl how to do the lighting and this and that, that is just honestly at the end of the day BS, because you can push record, you can film yourself, somebody will find value in this, you know, like whether I think that or not. I think so many of us, it's like we consume because it feels like it's productive. You know, we're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna save this for later. I'm gonna use this for XYZ when I decide to start that project or pursue that goal that's been on my mind. But it's because we're actually just avoiding the discomfort of creating, and we're actually scared to be seen and judged, because like in our reptilian brain, like back in the day, if you did something that others did not approve of, like back in the caveman days, like you would be outed in the group. And so it's like, that's how it feels. Like there's still that part of us very much alive and well inside of us that is like this older part of us. You have to overcome that, because we're not in life or death situations anymore. Like back then it was for safety, you know what I mean? And it's also just your brain trying to keep you safe, because our brain loves the comfort zone. And that's just unfortunately not where anything that we actually want happens. It doesn't happen in the comfort zone. So basically the solution to this is you need to shift your identity first, not just your actions. Trust me, I have been in such a loop with this. It took me so long to figure this out, honestly, it did. Because I would be like, wait, I don't get it. I know like what to do. I'm XYZ, but I really could not get myself to do it. Like, I'm telling you, I just could not do it. I would be like, okay, I should create more, like blah blah blah. Like in my head it's always like, oh, I should do that, I want to do that, but it's not, you're not like affirming and becoming and truly believing I am someone who creates daily. That already sounds so much stronger, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I should create more, oh, I feel like creating more. I am someone who creates daily is a totally different energy. And when you execute on that, even if it's the smallest thing, you're gonna get so much further. And the moment you start identifying as a creator, that's when the actions follow. It really all starts with an internal shift with everything in this life. Everything that you want can be yours, but it's not just from just taking external actions. It's in here. It's what you believe, it's what you think about yourself, and you have to really learn to let go of what people say or think about you, because they are used to the past versions of you, like people that are in your life. They are used to maybe that version of you that did procrastinate, you know what I mean? But if you choose today to say, nope, I'm someone who creates every day, like people are gonna start being like, oh, wow, okay, like, and those are the moments where you just are affirming that new identity. And you'll even notice how much you weren't being a creator, because your friends or family or whoever, like people that might know you or whatever, like you will notice the difference in yourself. You start taking the actions, you'll notice that you feel different. Yeah, I think that's kind of it for my message today. I start this longer piece of content off on something that I feel like is really the foundation of the work that I want to teach, is very much like the identity of who you are is actually what's going to change you and shift you into being a creator and not a consumer. So that's kind of all I have for you guys today. I just kind of wanted to touch on that first before I even talked about any of the other like systems and stuff that I want to go into, and I don't know, all that good stuff. But I know for sure that it all starts with the internal changes and beliefs that you have. And yeah, I hope to see you guys again soon. Comment and like and subscribe if this resonates with you. And you can follow me on all the other platforms at angel.chels. And yeah, I hope to see you again. Bye.